Tonight, debilitating delays reported by Georgians who really need a license to work.
Including jobs in high demand like nurses, plumbers, and social workers. Atlanta News First reporter Abby Casoris is at the Georgia Capitol tonight, speaking with lawmakers who say the state desperately needs to take action.
Lawmakers say more than any other issue, they're constantly receiving phone calls about licensing problems. It's not a matter of if they want to make changes, it's how they decide to do so.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
In a room full of Georgia business people at the annual Georgia Chamber of Commerce Eggs and Issues meeting, Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones and Speaker of the House John Burns say the state needs to streamline Georgia's flawed licensing process.
We need to get Georgians on the job.
1 in 7 Georgia jobs require a license. 1 in 4 are high-demand jobs, jobs like contractors, nurses, even accountants. The Institute of Justice found the average Georgian spends an average of 472 days trying to get the necessary experience and a license, 4 months longer than the national average.
He said it would take up to 20 business days to have it go through.
We told you about Eric Ford, who waited months for his license. He almost gave up on opening his barber shop in Ashburn.
This is the hardest place I've ever been to open up a business in my 22 years.
The Secretary of State's office manages the state's licensing boards that review and process applicants. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger is calling on lawmakers to give a timeline for boards to act, the power to step in if it's taking too long, and even removing some license requirements altogether.
We have too many licenses for too many different people.
He suggests extending the renewal period in some cases. Take, for instance, barbers. Instead of applying every 2 years, make it 4.
The great state of Georgia needs to slow the bureaucracy down here and get a hold of what's really happening for the people.
Raffensperger recognizes that time is key here. Lawmakers have another 38 days to present and pass bills. He's calling on them to take action. In Atlanta, I'm Abby Casoris.